How would you like all your coffees to be paid for by an AI book? That's what I did last year. I'm going to show you all the numbers in a minute. But all I did was create an AI book, publish it onto Amazon, and then that book sells and continuously sells passively, and I collect the money for it. And it just so happens the amount that it made me last year was enough to cover all my coffees for the year. Let me show you actually. By the way, I'm Jace Perry. I make money self-publishing books on Amazon. If you're wondering what that is, you literally create a book digitally, upload it to Amazon. When it sells, Amazon take care of everything. That's why it's such a good business model, especially if you're busy, especially if you want a side income that makes you money without any stress because you don't deal with any customers. The most I made in a month was $50,000. That was mostly from 2 books, by the way. You see the power of selling on Amazon. And that was $21,000 profit. I've left a link to my Instagram below if you want to check me out. I've documented my whole journey on there. Okay, so let me just show you now this one book. This is on my Instagram, by the way. I did a post yesterday, but it was this one here. Let me just show you. Here's a really cool passive way of making money. Let me show you. Here we go. So this is a book I published onto Amazon. You see there's one book there. It's made about $2,300 last year, and it's been paying me every single month. Now there is an ad spend on it. You can see I started ads around April. So it's about $150 profit a month. So a 593, so it's $2,300 it made me last year. Let's just say $2,300 minus 593 for the ad spend. So it made me about $1,700 profit last year. Divide that by 12, it's about $140 in profit every single month. And I buy like 1 espresso a day. Where I'm in Mauritius, so it costs about 160. It cost me about $3.50 a day on coffee. So if we divide that by $3.50, so that gives me 40 coffees a month. I could buy with that, so it legit did cover my coffee budget. I did a post, a reel on it yesterday saying this covered all my coffee, and I think, you know, a lot of people thought I'd just saying it as a hook, but it literally did cover my coffee for the year. So anyway, how do you do it? Let's talk about that real quick. So I'm just going to talk to you quickly about, well, that's a bit massive, isn't it? Let's make that a bit smaller. Where is it? Here we go. I'll tell you what, let me just zoom out. That's the smarter thing to do, isn't it? Here we go. So AI books. And again, I started it over here. Let me just bring the iPad closer. I don't know why I keep doing this. It's a video, right? And I'm going to do it in blue as well. I think red's a bit too dramatic, isn't it? All right, AI books. So I'm just going to give a quick overview on this, just in case you don't know what it is at all. Okay, it's where you create a book in ChatGPT. That gives you all the words, and then you use a site like Ideogram, but I mean most AIs can do this now, to create the cover. So that gives you the cover. Just say you got the title there, and it's very important to focus on the cover and the typography. That's why you want to use AI, and then you put them together onto Amazon KDP, and then when they sell, you don't do anything. This is the great thing. That book that I showed you there, that was on a test account. I just created that book for I was just messing around. I created about 35 books on that account, 37, sorry, with the help of a VA, and the VA was just banging around. This is when I had a good system and I was just paying her, so I thought I might as well just get some books on that account. It's a test account. It's like an account I share with my friend, and I was just messing around, and one of the books started selling. And again, I mean, it's only about $200 a month, which isn't a lot considering how much I've made, but for a lot of people, if you've not got an online income and then you've got a book that's just making you $200 in the background consistently every single month without you even thinking, it's helpful. Like I said, it's paid for my coffee, and I'll take that. Thank you very much. So when it sells, you don't do any work. This is the great thing about self-publishing. This is why it's so good for people that are busy, people that want to start an online income but don't want to take on extra work. Yes, you do have to create the book. This bit takes time. Now, let me be completely honest with you. This can take 6 hours if you do it right. Okay, and I always say, like, the books that I teach my followers and my students isn't some crappy colour book. Don't do colour books, because colour books too easy to copy. Okay, do like a facts book or trivia book. Let me just show you real quick. Just take you to Amazon now, and I'm just going to type in facts book. See, what you want to do is books like this. Now, if we just look at this one, I'm sure you've seen these ones. I won't click on the top line because that's people's ads. I don't want to just click on their ads for no reason. Here we go. Like this one here, I mean, this guy's one of the top, okay? So you're not going to take on this book because this book's been selling for years. It's killing it. But it's a fact book. I mean, I'll just open that in a sec, but let's just see how much money this is making. It's selling at $15.64 if you can see it. It's discounted to $12.72, but the royalties it's getting is for $15.64. And it's selling $471. So let me just give you a quick overview of how much this is making. Let's get the price again. $15.64 was it? Yeah, $15.64. So it's paperback, blah blah blah. By the way, if you wonder what this just gives you an estimate of how much money you can make from a book. 198 pages and $15.64 and submit. So you can see down here, you can see that $6 per sale. Okay, $6 in royalties. Now the book is selling at, you just scroll down here, see the bestsellers rank, 471 bestsellers rank, which is insane, by the way, if you don't know. How do I do this? KDP BSR calculator, there you go. I use this one on Kindlepreneur. So I'm just going to put in here 471. 471 paperback. So it's selling 115 times a day at $6. So let's just do the math on that real quick. So this is making $690 a day. Now you can buy a lot of coffees with that. So approximately 20 grand a month from one book. So you can see the potential. You can see how I managed to make 21 grand in a month profit with 2 books. So you can see this book's making 20 grand in royalties a day. Okay, now that's the top of the top in terms of facts books. Okay, so you're not going to get to that level just like that, but anywhere from 0 up to 20 grand a month you can get to with a facts book. Okay, if it's good enough. Now if we look at the interior of this facts book, just to give you an idea of how they put it together. So it's random facts. He's put 1,000 facts in here. All right, so it's going to take some work, but it's nothing that you can't do as a complete beginner. It's just the usual stuff: space, earth, maps, cities, world languages, animals, etc., etc. You can see that the contents page is very, very simple. He's done a bit of a promotion here for 3 books. Got an introduction that can be done in AI mixed with a bit of your knowledge. Then he started straight away. Earth and space. Got a graphic here, outer space. But look, all it is just facts, and you can do that in ChatGPT. Okay, so that's to give you an idea of the spectrum of what you need to do. If the top selling book, one of the top selling books, which makes 20 grand a month, is literally just doing that, it's something we can do, right? However, it will take about 6 hours. Now I know this exactly because I teach this in one of my courses that teaches my students how to publish as fast as possible a full content book, a proper book, not a colour book, not a line journal. You're not going to get 20 grand a month with those. A proper full book, it takes about 4 hours to do, and I do it in real time in one of my courses, so that people can follow me along. And I've tried it over and over again to try and beat that, and I can't right now. Not a full content book. AI can't do the interior yet, which is a good thing because it keeps the prices of these books high. I don't know if I've still got Amazon here, but if you look at the prices here, guys and gals, Look, $14.99. That's actually $12.99. $14.99. $15.99. $14.99. See, these books can be created completely in AI, and it's holding a high price. If you don't know, anything above $10 is a really good price. Anything above $12 is a very good price. And to have an AI book that anyone can create above $12 is very, very good. But I don't know how long it's going to stay like this. So if you're thinking about doing AI books, now's the time. Because at some point, AI will get good enough to create the interior of a Word book, and then we're all fucked. To be completely honest. Because this is the one thing where I'm creating easy books right now, and they're selling. And my students are doing the same. Because of the fact that it takes about 6 hours to create the book. Because once AI come along, and you know they will, and you can do it in 10 minutes, you best believe every man, dog, woman... let me say that again. Every woman, man and his dog will be jumping on trivia books, so get on it now. So anyway, to wrap this up nicely, it's just an AI book that I created. There are certain skills that you can do to kind of give yourself a higher chance of making sales, and that is, when it comes to this bit, spend a bit more time designing the interior. I mean, this isn't a big deal. As you can see, the best-selling book hasn't got anything special going on with its interior, but it might just give you that little bit edge over someone else if a customer checks the interior, which mostly they don't, but just do it anyway. It's a good habit to have. But mostly the title and the cover. Get very good at creating titles and covers using AI and Canva. And that will keep you separate from the competition, okay? Good typography, and that looks like good typography. One of ones. So the typography is a one of one. It's not just some typography you're getting off Canva. Funny, I just had one of my students email me today to ask a bit of feedback on her cover. Don't normally do that, but I just saw that. I thought I'd give a bit of feedback. The typography she was using was just bog standard Canva stuff. Now, don't do that. We can use AI to create covers now. So you could just say to AI, create me interesting typography that looks one of one, no one else has got, and it will do it. So it's very, very simple, okay? So there's no point not doing it, because it's so easy to do and makes such a big difference. The typography sells the book, and then the whole cover design must talk to the customer. It's everything in that cover design has to appeal to that customer, okay? So those are two things. So if you're thinking about doing AI books, make sure you nail, at the very least, the typography and the cover design. You'll be surprised how many self-publishers don't focus on this, focus too much on the interior and not enough on the cover, and then they don't make any sales. If you want to make sales a lot easier, always focus on the title and typography. That's the reason I've managed to get 2 books to make $20,000. And if you look at these books here, you realize all the top selling books, look at the covers, look at the titles and the typography. Everything's very, very clear. You get what it is straight away. That's the reason why it's selling. And I teach this all in my course, by the way. If you want to have a look, I'll leave a link below. And subscribe for more tips on how to create money self-publishing. I'll see you in the next video.